So, hi guys, I am Nikhil. I possess around 10 plus years of experience in IT, especially into testing. So, I work as a QA manager for a MNC now. So, I did work on multiple different domains, especially into banking and insurance domains. So, I've been worked into multiple projects where I contributed to extent of both in designing the architecture of the frameworks as well as working to the framework which were designed as well. So yeah, this is a very short about myself. So I would like to know some more information about you also guys, because so my mode of teaching would be very clear. So I try to teach you in such a way which really matters to you. I would try to understand each and everyone's requirements, what reason why you joined the course, and what is your outcome, what is your outcome that you need from this course. This is what actually really matters to me, and I work according to that mode. Okay, so we work very transparent. We try to discuss every topic in a very clear and neater way. Okay, very open way, so that there is no kind of disturbance from anyone's end, either from my end or your end. So I want to just understand in a very brief way about you, everyone who is there in the group. You can speak out, so don't feel shy or don't feel any hesitate to speak. So you can just say about yourself, your name, your reason why you want to join this course. If you have any experience, you can say, so that I'll get an idea. Okay, this kind of people are there. So what kind of teaching mode I would start with, whether I can start with very basics or could start with something that you already know. So this is purely for your benefit, guys. Okay. So just want to understand one by one. Can you please start say about yourself? Very basic. You don't need to explain you much, or just one word about yourself.
Sir, this is Ganesh.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I'm into manual testing for more than 6 years.
Okay.
So the reason why I've joined this course is we have this upskilling drive going on in my organization. So now it's high time that I have to upskill and start contributing to automation or start automating. So it's a high time for me. So yeah, and I don't have any experience in programming prior to this. I'm not from CS background. I expect that at the end of this course, I will start to work on automation with minimum help from my colleagues.
Sure, that's 100% going to happen. Thank you, Ganesh.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Next one. Yes. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, sir. I'm Shubham Behra. I am non-technical background. I am from mechanical background. I am switched to IT field, sir.
Okay, you want to switch to IT field?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So, anyone else?
Hi, Nikhil sir. This is Jaychandra from Hyderabad. Yeah, I'm working as a manual and automation test engineer for Postman integration scripts. So I have a 6 years experience. So there is a drive is going on in my office regarding the Python. Within 6 months, they are going to integrate the Python with our current working projects. So before that, I need to enhance my skills to meet our company requirements actually. So when you're coming to the requirements, here we are working with the PyTest framework. Nikhil sir, actually I need to get some knowledge on PyTest and framework. Then I will start working on.
Can I, if you don't mind, can I know your company name?
Cubic transportation system.
Okay.
Which is situated in actually.
Okay, that's fine.
One second, I will tell you the name actually. iLabs. You know, right? iLabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. This
nice to know. Yeah, nice. Yeah, next one.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, my name is Mahantesh.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
I have around 4 years of experience in manual testing, so I want to switch to automation testing, so that I am planning to join this course.
Okay, great. Okay, nice to know. Yeah, people who don't want to speak or who cannot able to speak, they can message their requirement or their very brief about themselves. Okay, who can speak, they can speak. Yeah, anyone?
Yeah, hi sir, good morning. This is Akubai. I have around 4 years of experience in manual testing. And yeah, so I want to land into the automation, so for that I have enrolled here for the Python course. But I have a question, like which one do you refer, like which is in demand, either with Java with Selenium or the Python with Selenium?
Yeah, I would tell you all these things. Okay, once this is completed, I would explain you why testing, what testing, and why you want to choose Selenium. Right? Okay, I understood.
And yeah, and one more question, like if since we will be going through here with the Selenium testing, so if we want to in future, if there is a requirement in the company, like we need to go with the Java, so shall we able to use this Selenium experience? Can we able to use the same,
100%.
yeah.
100%. Selenium is across same. Okay, I will tell you. I just understood your question. I will tell you this.
Yeah, so do we need to again take the course again with Java with Selenium, or without
No,
taking the course itself we will be able to cope up with that?
no need. Because you
Okay.
learn Selenium, it is same across the languages. The only thing is syntax difference in Java and Python, but the concepts and the explanation, everything is same. The way you write the code is different. That's all.
Okay. Thank you.
So, yeah, Venkatesh, you want to learn automation? That's great. What about Sharanya? Okay. Anyone wants to speak? There are some people, right? Vinay Kumar, Jaydev, Jadhav, sorry, Sharanya, Neha. So you can speak out, or you can message, or whatever it is.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Sir, I'm Aniket Kunda.
Okay.
I'm a fresher from mechanical background. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, please tell about the scope of the course.
I would tell you. So you are into mechanical background and you want to learn this testing. Okay.
I want to switch from mechanical to IT.
Okay. Fine. So let me just make it very clear. So I understood. So this class, again, I am saying this is the first class for us. So this class would be more on, not a straightforward demo kind of stuff where I try giving you demo about Selenium and all. But I would give you the perspective of what is the course and what is the use of this course, who can learn this course, and what is the outcome of this course. Okay. So I would try to tell you. So the first benefit is the first thing I want to mention here is, okay, what is Selenium? What is Selenium? And okay, let me not make it very complex to you. So what is testing first? Okay, why you need testing and what is testing? So testing is something. If I go to the what do you say? If I go to the explanation of basic definitions of what is testing and all, that doesn't work. So tell me what I'll tell you what is the use of testing, what is the use of testing in any company, and because however we are going to see all this. What is the use of testing first? Let me say. For every company, Okay, for every company, no matter which company you're working for any IT company, anyone who wants to see, a lot of companies are working on applications because they want to really see. If you see Flipkart, Amazon, the e-commerce applications or any banking kind of applications, okay, or any kind of insurance kind of applications, all these are applications which they want to release their application or their project into the market. If I want to make a Flipkart or Facebook into market, so the first thing what I need to do is I have to design that application. I have to develop that application. Once I develop that application, only then after developing the application, then I have to test it. I cannot directly release to the market. I cannot release any product to market directly. So if I don't want to release any product directly to market, I need to do a testing. So testing is a phase which is there for every IT company in the world. Okay, every IT company in the world who wants to release their product or who wants to make their application live into market, they have to go through a phase called testing. So you can say that testing is something that is there throughout your life. Okay, so there is no scope of the jobs going out for testing. That is the first thing you need to remember. Second thing, in testing also there are two types of testings. One is manual testing and other is automation testing. Okay, so manual testing and also automation testing. So when I say manual testing and automation testing, so a lot of people are already working in manual testing in this group. So what is meant by manual testing and automation testing? Manual testing is something that is done without using any kind of tools, or I mean to say without any code, any code involved, or without any tools, integration, testing tools involved. But no code, okay, no code. But there is something called automation testing. For every automation testing, there is a code required because you are going to do something without any human interaction. See, manual testing, you are doing a human interaction, but automation testing, you are not going to do any human interaction. Okay, so I would try to say you, lot of companies in the world is going to, okay, migrate from manual to automation testing. So in the coming next couple of years, maybe 5 years or 6 years, there is no person who will be only hired for manual testing. Now also the scenario is changed. If you are going for any company interview, they would ask you, along with manual testing, you should at least have some basic knowledge of automation. Otherwise, there is not even a single opening for any company. You're already seeing it. Nowadays in every company they were expecting this. So automation testing has become a mandatory part for every test engineers whoever wants to pursue their jobs or to have a lifelong career. Got it right? There is a career, lifelong career. So in automation testing also, so you can choose multiple languages. So automation testing is what? You're going to write some code, and using the code, you're going to interact with your computer or your system. So which code you have to write? You can write in any number of languages. You can do lot of testings. See, you can do desktop application testing. You can do mobile application testing. You can do web application testing. You can do any testing. You can write any code with any language, and you can do any kind of testing. But the problem here is 95% of companies or more are releasing their products in the web. Got it right? If I see Facebook, so you can directly go to Google and then type facebook.com. You can able to see that application. In Flipkart, you can directly go to Google and you can able to launch your Flipkart. You can see any Amazon. You can see any application which are there in market. They are launching their applications into the web. Okay, because initial version they will launch into the web, and if that web version becomes successful, then they will launch it as a desktop application or any other hybrid application. So what is meant by web application? Any application that can be launched in the web is called a web application. So all the applications nowadays, 95% of companies which are existing, suppose think that there are 10,000 companies, out of 10,000 companies, 9,500 companies are launching their application in web as a first initial launch. So that means every launched web application that is launching should have a test engineer. Should have a test engineer, right? Because they cannot release their product into the market without testing that. Without doing testing, they cannot release any product into market. So 95% of companies are using web application. So when I say web application, I need to do automation testing with web application. Yes, sir. See, I need to do automation. What is web application? I said you right. Any application that can be launched in the web. See, you see any application, IRCTC if you see, or if you see any make my trip kind of applications, you can see any application which are there. Almost every application has a web version of it or web application kind of. So that's why every application is now moving or now launching their application into web. So I said you right. So I want to do automation testing and that to web applications, web application testing. So I need a tool. So I said you right. I need a tool. That tool is going to help me out. So what I need a tool. I need a tool which can do the automation testing with web application interface. So I want to have a tool. I want a tool which can do an automation testing on a web application. So there are a lot of tools in market. So out of almost every tool, say Selenium is a testing tool. Understood, right? Selenium is not a single tool. It is a suite. Suite means group of tools. So Selenium is the best tool or the best testing tool which helps you to automate the web application. Understood, right? So Selenium is the best tool which helps you to automate the web application. Are you getting right? So now the question comes again. See, I said you, what is the use of testing? Testing is required for every application to launch in the market. See, suppose think that I am launching a Flipkart application, and if I try to buy a product and that product has some problem. So if I'm trying to buy the product, that is not going to add into the cart. So as a user, what you will feel, you will never try to use that application, right? You don't want to use Flipkart. Instead you will go for Amazon or some other application which are available, because if you feel that Flipkart is getting you error, what you will do, you will try to move to some other applications. So the Flipkart will lose their business. So no application, no company in the world will not release their product without testing. They have to do a very thorough testing in order to release their product. So the life of test engineers is throughout the existence of companies. So the companies will be existing throughout your lifetime. So don't worry about your jobs. That is the first thing I want to mention. Second thing, I said you, manual testing and automation testing. Manual is something that you do manually without any tool interaction or coding interaction. Automation is using any code interaction or tool interaction. Okay. So if I say such way, every company is now going for automation testing because no one is hiring you without having any automation testing experience. So even that's fine. Now I want to do an automation testing, that which I remember. So I just want to keep in mind. So now I have to learn automation testing. But automation testing for what I want to do? I want to do for a web application, because if I have jobs, 10,000 jobs, out of 9,500 jobs and more are into manual, web application testing jobs. So I have to go for a majority stake. So I will go for web application testing. So in that web application testing also, I have a lot of tools. I have tools like Selenium, UFT. So there are a lot of tools which are there in market. So within all those tools, Selenium is the best testing tool, which was used by almost 95 plus companies, 95 plus percentage of companies. So now again one challenge came into picture. So what is the other challenge now? So Selenium is just a tool. So using that tool only you have to code. Got it right? You have to use a tool. The tool cannot code. The tool is only interaction to the web application. But where is the tool? The coding has to write, right? I need to write a code using the tool where it will interact with my web application. So that coding, again, I have a lot of languages. I have Java. So you have Python. So nowadays more popular languages, Java, Python. Okay, someone says C#. Okay, you have Ruby and Rails, Perl. Okay, there are a lot of languages which supports Java, which supports Selenium. So now again the challenge comes into picture. I have Java, I have Python, I have C#, I have Perl. So the problem here is when you go with Java, the problem here is Java is comparatively 4 or 5 times tougher compared to Python. So if you are a fresher, if you don't have any experience into IT, or if you are a manual test engineer, or if you're a non-IT background, okay, so people will be feared to choose their language as Java as a priority. The reason because again I'm saying the reason because Java is comparatively tough to Python. So when I have Python is most simplest language. Within this, all the languages which support Selenium, and Python has a lot of job capabilities. If you see, there are job range. If I say job range, around 100 companies, around 45 companies are moving into Python. Okay, 45 companies are looking for Python, and rest 50 companies are looking for Java, and then 5 companies are into either Perl or C. See, comparatively, to be very frank, to say that Java has 50% share, Python has 45% share, but Java is comparatively very tough compared to Python. So what I mean to say is, Java is, I say REST. I mean to say REST means REST languages means all the other language which I mentioned. So we have 5%. So Python is simpler compared to other languages, and the job range of Python is already or equal to the Java. Maybe 5% less, but it is equal to the Java. And it is more simpler language compared to Java. So you can say 4 to 5 times. If I learn any code in Java or any codes in Java, so that will be tougher compared to Python. Got it, right? That will be more tougher compared to Python. So you understand, right? So now the issue got clear. Everyone got understood, right? Just give me a minute. Yeah, so now issue got clear, right? Issue got clear. The issue got clear means what? Everyone understood, right? See, I want to do an automation testing. I want to do with a very simple language. I don't want to take my mind more stress, but that should have very good opportunities in the market. And I want to get job easily. Okay, I have no experience into coding. Okay, I am a manual test engineer. I want to switch to automation. I don't have any experience in IT. I'm a non-IT background. I am working in Java, but I want to move to Python. No matter, I'm a fresher. All these people, whoever are there, which comes into the background, what I said. So almost everyone is there, whoever I said. They are going to choose this language. So got it right? What I said? I want to do testing because testing is the simplest language. Testing is the simplest way to get job compared to anyone in the market. You cannot be a developer. If you want to be a developer, you need to learn a lot of things. You need to stress your mind more. The opportunities are very high, but the stress or the question which will be asked in interview are out of box. They will not ask a straightforward question. They'll ask you questions out of box. But when it comes to testing, the benefit is in Selenium especially, the syllabus is saturated. Saturated means what? The syllabus is constant. Okay, so if you have 5 years experience or 10 years or 15 or 20 years experience, the syllabus is common. There is some syllabus which is common. So whoever is there who is having an experience of no matter whatever the expertise you are, but you can only learn to that syllabus. Understood, right? So that is the benefit. Maybe your experience into the project is different, but the syllabus is saturated. So that's why getting a job in testing is simpler compared to anyone, anywhere, or any other domain in the market, maybe development or business analytics or business analyst or be a project manager or whatever it is. If you want to be into coding, especially, and if you want to have a very long career, testing is the best opportunity. And I said you right again. If you want to have your long time existence, you need to go to automation testing, and Selenium is the best tool existing in the market. Python is the language which is used by which is almost have equal opportunities with Java compared to Java. Understood, right? So did everyone understood what I said, all these things? Did you understood what is generally we are going to see? What is Selenium? See, what is Selenium? What is testing? Selenium is a tool which is going to automate your web application using some language. Which language? Python is our language. Did you understood everyone? Did you understood everyone in a simpler way? Everyone understood what I was trying to say. See, you want to get a job. You want to get a job. You cannot just learn Python and get a job. You want to learn some expertise. Some expertise means either testing or development or something else. If you learn development, the questions in interview is out of box. See, go for any testing interview. The questions are very limited. People who are there in testing, they know. The questions are limited. No one will ask you manual testing or automation testing questions. Anything out of box. There is nothing called out of box in testing. So it is very simple to get a job. Okay. And if you want to learn automation, Python is a simpler language. You don't need to write coding much. See, I want to get a job in a simpler way using simple language, but very good opportunities with a good package. Python is the best thing that is there in the market. Okay. So this is what, again, I'm saying Java has 50% opportunities, Python has 45%. Nowadays, people are migrating from Java to Python, but still Python is more simpler compared to Python. Java. So Python is more simpler. I'm sorry, Python is more simpler compared to Java. Okay, that everyone knows. That is actually a eternal truth which has to be accepted by everyone in the market. Okay, every company or everyone who is there in the market. I mean to say IT industry. Clear, right, everyone? Everyone understood what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Everyone understood? Everyone? Yeah. Now, I think I have answered everyone's question. So, see, you may ask me a question. One more question been asked. Sir, I am going to learn Python, but in future, if I want to go to Java. So first thing is like you don't get a chance to switch to Java because Python has ample amount of opportunities. If not this company or this project, you have many projects and many companies which are there in market. That is first thing. Second thing, you can easily switch to Java if you want because you're learning Selenium. Selenium is common across the field. You're learning a tool which is common, but the only thing you're moving is programming language change. So you can easily switch to Java or Python wherever you want or whenever you want. The reason because the Selenium is same, the commands are same. Okay, the only thing is the syntax that you import is different. Are you clear, right? The syntax that you write is different, but Selenium is same. Selenium is nothing but it's a testing tool. It's a testing tool which is generally used to automate your web application using some programming language, maybe Java, Python. So if I learn Python, I can easily learn Java, or I can easily try to switch to Java if there is a requirement in my company, because I already know testing, I already know web application automation using Selenium. The only thing is like I need to write a different syntax, but the concept is same. The concepts are not going to change. Everything what you learn will be there. The only thing that you need to write is to just switch the syntax. So you don't need to worry about it. So 90% you will not get a chance of moving into a different technology because you have ample amount of jobs. Just go to Naukri, no? Don't ask me because Naukri is not my website. It's a global website where you can get Naukri. Okay, you just type these two things: Selenium, Python in the search, and choose any location, any experience you have. You will get hundreds of jobs in the market which are used. Just go to Naukri because Naukri is a website which will provide you job or where you can secure a job, right? Okay, so there are hundreds of job opportunities because nowadays every company wants web application. See, if I want, suppose I am a company, I am a Flipkart company, so I want to launch an application like Flipkart. What I need to do? I need to launch a web application, right? I need to launch it in the web. I cannot launch it for personal use. I have to launch it for all the users. So I want to test that thing. I want to test it in the web. So I need a tool. I cannot directly test it. So that tool is Selenium. I cannot test again by only tool. I need a programming language which can interact with my browser. That language is nothing but Python. That's all. It's a very simple as it. Okay. So there are a lot of opportunities. So this is what I just made you very simple understanding of what is the use of testing, who all can learn it, everyone. So now I will go to my syllabus. So my syllabus, because you are saying a lot of people are there in the group. who are very freshers, who doesn't have any experience in coding, who has some experience in coding, who are into manual testing, who are into automation testing, who are into like lot of different background people are there. So once I explain you the syllabus of mine, you will able to understand, because I will explain you the complete thing. What is my syllabus? How it is different from other one? Okay. How it is different from others means how it is advanced compared to others. That's the meaning of it. You can please compare my syllabus to anywhere in the market. You can see it in anywhere in the market. And second thing, from the scratch I am going to teach. So I am not going to teach only Selenium, guys. See, you said you are into mechanical background or civil background, any background. Just learning Python will never give you job. Learning Python will never secure you job. With learning Python, you need to also learn some expertise, because in companies you will be either working in testing or development or into analytics or into DB management. So there are a lot of job opportunities, but it is not purely into the programming. You need to have some expertise. So that expertise also we are going to see. So we are going to see for all the people, all sectors of people. If you don't have any experience in Python, also we will go to so we are going to see that. Okay, if you don't have any experience in Python also, that one we are going to see. So we are going to see everything from the scratch. Not only the expertise we are teaching, we are however teaching the expertise. Okay, that means testing with Selenium, but along with that I'm going to teach you complete Selenium. So just give me a minute, I'll go and show my syllabus. I'll show you my syllabus. You can please compare the syllabus. Please go through the syllabus. And this syllabus is the most standard syllabus which is prepared by market requirement, as per the market needs, the company needs. So it is not prepared by me or someone. It has been prepared by a group of expertise engineers, software engineers who are working. I will tell you how many days of course, what is the duration of the course, how many days, when it will be there, when it will not be there. Okay, so we will not go anything in rush. We will go with the slow mode. Okay, we will not go rush. It will be a next 60 days course. That means 45 to 60 days course. So everything is very smooth. So today class is like just like a introduction to the course. Okay, I will try to tell you my syllabus. So just give me a minute. So everyone able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for all the sectors of people, you are a fresher, you are non-IT people, you are into different engineering, you are manual test engineers, or you are non-IT background, or you are into manual testing or automation testing with other language. No matter whatever your requirement is, we are going to see everything from the scratch. Scratch means from ABCDs. So we are going to see Python basics, which is required for our testing, right? I'm not going to start testing directly. Rather, I'm going to teach Python basics for all the people benefit. If you know Python, that's well and good. It will be like a revision for you. If you don't know Python, it's a good opportunity for you to learn an extra course for Python in our syllabus. So I'm going to teach you complete basics which are required for our Selenium. Okay. So introduction to Python, we are going to see from the scratch how to install Python, how to work with Python, different data types of Python, conditional statement, loops, functions, most importantly, object-oriented programming in Python, file handling, exception handling. So you may ask me, what are all these things? These are all the topics which are for every programming language. Suppose you are learning C. So people will ask you, sir, I want to first learn C, then I will learn Python. See, Python is called as a beginner language. So it is more simpler than C also. Let me say you very, very frankly. It is simpler compared to, it is simplest language compared to the C also. Okay, you don't need to write much coding in Python. Python is already been built somewhere. You just need to import the things. It is just like it is called as a plug and play language. What is this called? plug and play. So once I start coding, you will understand how simple it is. So I don't need to write much lines of code. I can write in my own way. No syntax, majority syntax is considered. So it is very simple language, guys. Very simple language, and you have ample amount of opportunities. So this is the best opportunity for you to go start with your career, or you can switch into the testing, automation testing. You can just go and search for the jobs. There are a lot of jobs. So I'm going to teach you complete Python, which is required for your Selenium from the scratch. How to install it and everything. So you can directly start with Python, not with C. You can start with Python because Python is called as a beginner language. What language? Beginner. If you are a beginner, so it is it is more easy than C. So that's why you can start with Python. So once we learn Python, so you will be coming to a situation where you can write the coding in Python. You can understand the concepts in Python. You can able to imagine the process, how the Python works. So once that is done, we will go to Selenium concepts. So there are a lot of Selenium concepts which I mentioned here. So I will just give an overview. Maybe if you know it, see two things here. You may know the syllabus, you may not know the syllabus. The reason because you don't know what are the concepts of that syllabus. So you may not know. So if, that's good if you don't know, but I will give you an overview of what is the syllabus is. Okay, how it is more advanced compared to other things. So once we are learning Python, once our Python is completed, then we will start with Selenium concepts. So what is Selenium concepts? We will see about what are the different UI components. See, what I'm going to say, I said you that we are going to automate a web application. So I have a web application, I want to automate a web application using Selenium. So if I want to automate a web application, I need to know what are the different components of web application. Yes, sir. I need to know what are the components of web application. So that means if I open any web application, suppose I am opening a web application like this one. Suppose this is a web application. Web application means any application that is launched in the web, that is been that has some URL which is launched in the web is called a web application. You can open Flipkart, Facebook, okay, Gmail. You can open anything that is being launched in the web is called a web application. So every company's application is a web application almost. So suppose think that this is a web application. So what are the components you have seen? You have seen this is called input box. You pass some text, right? So if what you do in manually, you pass some text. Here also you pass some phone number. Here you pass some email ID. This is called radio buttons. Okay, these are called radio buttons. These are called check boxes. So there are some concepts like that. These are called links. When I click on it, it is going to open a link. Got it right? So there are some components. This is called submit button. So there are some components. This is also a link. So what I mean to say here is, so for every web application, you have some components. Okay, you have some components. So that components should be known to you, because you cannot automate any web application without knowing what is there in web application. So we are going to see what are the different components of web application. Okay, did you understood what I'm trying to say? Okay, so these are all web application components. We are going to see every web application component, what are the different web application components which we had, and how to automate them, how to use the Python coding to automate them. So all these things will be said in your Selenium concepts. So by completion of this concepts, you will come to a situation you can take up any web application, no matter the company web application or any web application that is there in the market, you can able to automate. So I will give you guarantee, once you complete this topic till this login, you will be able to automate any web application in the market. Okay, you can able to automate any web application in the market or any web application. So that guarantee I can give. So once after completing, then we come into something called frameworks. We will come into the frameworks. So you may ask me, what is this frameworks? What is the use of this framework? See, in companies, you just don't use the automation scripts. You don't write your just automation scripts. You will automate it using some frameworks, or I mean to say, you will test it using some frameworks. So what is the meaning of it? I will tell you. See, till now what I did, I just automated. I did not do any testing. I just did automation. I just tried automating my applications using Python. But now what happens, I want to organize my code. Suppose in your company you have 10,000 test cases. See, we want to know testing also, right? So there are 10,000 test cases. How do you run all the 10,000 test cases? Okay, how do you give a priority? Sometimes you will have some regression test cases, you will have sanity test cases. You may not understand, but let me explain you what are all these things in later. Okay, don't worry about it. So you have to organize your test cases. You cannot run all the 10,000 at once. Some may have priority test cases. This is a very layman understanding. Suppose you are in a company, you have 10,000 test cases and you want to complete it by tomorrow. Will you do that 10,000 at once? No, there is no time, there is no scope. So what you will do, you will pick some priority test cases. So you can say to your manager, sir, instead of running 10,000, I have run 1,000 test cases, which I feel that which are priority to my company. So this 10,000 is enough to make sure that the complete application is working. I don't need to run all my 10,000. So how do you organize kind of things? Understood, right? Like this situation comes, how do you organize it? So for all this organizing and to manage your test cases, the frameworks will come into picture. In companies, you will not only automate it, you will also test it, you will also organize it. So in order to organize and you to maintain your test cases, you need frameworks. So we are going to see that frameworks. So every company is working along with the Selenium with some frameworks. That frameworks we are going to see. So in Python, there are hardly some 6 to 7 frameworks. We are going to see all the frameworks in the market. Okay, you can just compare my syllabus with anyone in the market. See, we are going to see unit test framework, which is called as JUnit in Java and PyUnit in Python, are also called as unit test framework. So we are going to see unit test framework, which is a very important framework in Python. Then page object model is a design pattern, which we are going to, it's not a framework, but it is a design pattern, which is very important for integration. So please don't worry guys, you may not understand it now, but these are all which are there as part of your Python Selenium framework. Okay, so what is the use of it? It helps you to organize your test case, to maintain your test case, to make your test case in a proper manner, or maintain your test case. Understood, right? Because in companies, just automating doesn't work. You need to maintain in a process, you need to maintain a standard, you need to maintain a strategy. So that strategy building and to maintain your, to organize your test cases, this frameworks will come into picture. So every company, along with Selenium automation, they also have some frameworks. So you can say that I have worked in Selenium, along with Selenium testing tool, I worked on some frameworks. You can say I worked on. So we are going to see unit test framework, page object model design pattern, data driven approach, BDD frameworks, PyTest. Very clearly we are going to see everything of PyTest. Not only the PyTest, we are going to see how to integrate with reporting tools. See, reporting tool means what? See, I have automated my test cases, but I need to get some report, right? I need to get some UI report so that I can share to my client. Sir, I have run this many test cases, this many passed, this many failed. If you are doing it manual, you cannot show it, right? You can take a screenshot, or you can, when you are doing it manual, there is no scope of proving them that you have passed the test cases. But in automation, there is a scope that you can prove them by using some reports. When you run your test cases, you will get some reports. Reports means what? See, when you go for any doctor will give you reports, right? Whether you got some what is a your blood report or whatever you got, right? He will give some statistics. Similar to that, whenever you run your test cases, you will get some statistics: how many passed, how many failed, why it got failed. Okay, all these things you will get some reports. So that also we are going to see. Okay, so we are going to see all the frameworks in market. You can just see all the frameworks. We are going to see unit test, page object model design pattern, data driven approach, BDD framework, PyTest, and robot framework. These are very, very important for everyone who is there in the market, who is into testing, who is into Python with Selenium. If you know this is more than enough to crack a job. Okay, I will give you guarantee, guys. Once you complete this Selenium till here, you can able to get through into any company for 2.5 years experience. Again, I am saying, after completing this course, you can right away go for 2.5 years experience, not more than that, because more than that the syllabus is saturated. But the problem here is the experience and expertise, the experience, they will be different. So they will ask you a lot of questions which is out of the experience. So you can right away go for 2.5 years experience after this course. Okay, not more than that. 2.5 years experience is more than enough, just like a entry purpose. So you can say, suppose you have 10 years experience, you can say, sir, I have 7 years experience into manual testing, 3 years or 2.5 years experience into automation. Like that you can keep. So got it right? So with the Selenium, with Python, you can hardly go with 2.5 years. Rest all experience you can go with manual, or you can go with any other experience. Okay, are you clear, right, what I'm trying to say? Everyone clear what I'm trying to say? Everyone
Yes, sir.
clear what I'm trying to say? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we are going to see, we are going to see every framework in Python, and along with that we are going to see a complete real-time Python Selenium frameworks. So we are going to see how in a company, how the framework will look like, how they manage the test cases, how they run your test cases, how the automation framework will look like. All these things we are going to build it from the scratch. So automation project we are going to see from the scratch. Are you clear, everyone? So once that is completed, we are also see Git and Jenkins, because in your company suppose there are people working from different company, different locations. Where do you put your code? Where do you build your code? So something like Git and Jenkins, CI/CD pipeline, you said, right? So if you go for any interview, they will ask you one question: do you have any experience in Git and Jenkins? Yes, because we are going to see everything from the scratch. We are not only going to see the syllabus, Selenium syllabus, we are going to see manual testing, we are going to see Python course, we are going to see automation frameworks, we are going to see Selenium concepts, we are going to see Git and Jenkins. Okay, Git and Jenkins are called CI/CD pipeline. CI/CD pipeline means continuous integration, continuous deployment in Jenkins. Okay, so version control, Git is called version control. What is the use of this is, so I said you right, when there are multiple people from different geography, different companies, different countries, how do you organize your code? You have written some code, how the other person will know? If you are running your code in your system, how the other person will know? You need to keep it in some common place, right? You need to store in some common repository. So that is called as a Git. Okay, so once you are running in your system, you say that 10 test cases passed, but only in your system. How do you run it in a global way? You need to run in some common system, right? So that other people also know what is your results. So that is called Jenkins, in a simple way, for a layman understanding, I said. So all these things as part of your, we are going to see an extra topics. We are going to see Git Jenkins extra, a complete framework and extra. We are going to see all the frameworks. So once after that, the story is not completed yet. We are going to see API testing also. What we are going to see? API. See, why API testing? API testing is very, very important for all the people. Nowadays, every company is expecting not only manual testing and automation testing, they should have some API testing. What is API testing? APIs means what? Every company is using APIs. Suppose you open a Naukri.com. In Naukri.com, have you ever observed login with Google and login with Facebook? Have you ever observed, right? There is some box, there is some button. When I click on that login with Facebook, automatically my Facebook credentials are been considered, and my without login, without giving any user ID and password into Naukri, I can able to open into Naukri website. How you are able to do? That is nothing but your Google and Facebook people are providing the APIs to whom? To the Naukri people. So what these people will do? Naukri people will say, sir, instead of the user coming and filling all the details, he's feeling bored. He don't want to fill all the details in my website. So let me do one thing. I will use your APIs. I will use your links. I'll use your application interfaces. So what is API? API means application interface. So instead of they logging and filling all the details, so I will send you the details. So once the user clicks on it, you check whether that user is there in your system. Whether the user has a Facebook account or Google account. If the user has, so let me not do any validation. I will directly log in that person into my application. Understood, right? So every company is using APIs because API is just like an other application integrated with your application. So everyone is using multiple integrations in your application to make your application more stronger. Understood, right? More stronger. See, if you go to Make My Trip, if I open a Make My Trip website, so Make My Trip website, I said it, Make My Trip website. So this is a website, Make My Trip. So in Make My Trip website, see, if you see, right, can you be able to see all the list of your countries, right? When I try to book a ticket from here, I will see all the list of countries. Do you think that this Make My Trip people sit and they write all the country names with the country codes? No. This is like a plugin. This Make My Trip website is using a plugin. Plugin means what? They are using some other application in their application. This is a API they use. API means what? Some other application is giving the list of countries and their country codes. Okay, they said that okay, I'm using this. They will use this API in their application so that they can able to see all these things. Can you able to understand what I mean? So they don't write all the code, they don't write all this code for all the things. They will just use that API here. Similarly like this. Similarly the dates. They will not build anything here. They will just use the APIs of that date pickers. This date picker is application is already existing by some other company. So they are just using it. Understood, right? You understood, right, what I'm trying to say? Similarly, you see, right, introducing to Maven. These are all different API integrations they are using. Understood, right? Okay, when I click on search, it goes to some other way. So that is again a API call happens. Understood, right? So all these things you need to understand. All these things you need to understand. So every company in the world nowadays is using APIs, using some third-party applications in their application to make their application more stronger and more easier, less coding, because they don't need to write any coding. They just try to plug and play, plug that code and play, integrate in their system. Understood, right? So we are also going to see that APIs, because if we go for any interview, they'll ask you, have you had experience in testing APIs? Because application testing means everything, right? You cannot only test the application and say that okay, there are some APIs in my application, I don't test it. So I'm going to teach you both manual and automation testing of APIs using the Postman and also Python. Are you clear, everyone, what I'm trying to say? See guys, I'm going to give you more benefit than anyone in the market. So what we are going to see, we are going to see a free course of API testing. We are going to see a free course of Python along with our syllabus. Our syllabus is only Selenium with Python. And we are going to see free course of Git and Jenkins. We are going to see free course of project. I did not mention anywhere complete end-to-end project automation project framework. So we are going to see a free course, which is an additional topics. Okay, we are going to see a robot, different frameworks, multiple frameworks. Okay, all frameworks which are used. So in companies, you don't require all this. At least one framework is enough. And we are going to see manual testing. We are going to see Jira, Agile methodology, complete Jira. Understood, right? Everyone clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the outcome of this? The outcome means you will get 2 to 2.5 years of experience. You can right away keep. And I am going to give you 100 plus HR contacts. You don't need to worry, guys. I will share you right away 100 plus HR contacts to you directly to your, we will create a WhatsApp group. Okay, in the WhatsApp group, once the payment and all things are done, we'll create a WhatsApp group. And in the WhatsApp group, everyday class notes will be discussed. If you have any doubts will be discussed. Understood, right? You can discuss your doubts. Everyone can answer it. If anyone knows the answer, you can post your questions. Okay, any notes, if I want to share, I can share the notes there. Okay, all the contacts will be shared to you. All these things will be done from my end. Okay, I will also schedule, not for everyone, maybe 2-3 people or 5 people hardly, a personal interview, which is with the companies. That means I'll share the reference to the other companies. Okay, but I will give you 100 plus HR contacts where you can able to contact them, because they have a regular requirement of testing with Selenium and Python. So you can contact them. 100% out of 100, at least 30-40 people will have a requirement. So that is again a benefit for you guys, which you can able to utilize, which is from my own. Okay, are you clear? Are you clear, everyone? So we are going to see a lot of topic extra. We are going to see not only, I will going to explain you the resume preparation, HR contacts, API testing extra, Git Jenkins, Python course, okay, Selenium complete concepts, frameworks, complete project, okay, and then we are going to see Jira, Agile methodology. Agile is a it's a real time in companies. Whatever you are going to see, manual testing, that is on a Agile methodology. So Agile methodology, we are going to see everything. We are going to see as part of your syllabus. You can compare this syllabus to anywhere in the market with any syllabus in the market, and you will get to know how we are advancedly or more advanced compared to other one. Okay. So you can please contact. Yeah, just give me a time. Once I complete, you can ask. Durga Soft online team, you can contact. So the course duration is around 45. So I said you 35 to 45. It will be 45 to 40 to 60 days. It may complete in 40 to 60 days at any time. Okay. So the working days is only Monday to Monday, Tuesday will be done. Wednesday is a leave which I take, and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I will take. Okay. Understood, right? Clear, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is a leave. I have some priority. I'll have some calls because I also work, right? I'll have some calls, scheduled calls. And Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sometimes Saturday we'll take. Sometimes we'll take a leave. Okay. So are you clear what I'm trying to say? Are you clear? Yes. So now you can please contact this Durgasoft online team. The number is 720-721-2428, which is the Durgasoft online team. You can contact them for all the details. You will get the recording on everyday basis. You can able to see the recordings if you miss the class. Okay, if you want to attend the class, you can also attend. Some topic if you miss, you can also get it as a backup. If everyone misses, we can take every 10 days one backup class. Okay, so if you want to mail, you can mail to this number, Durgasoft online training at @gmail.com. Yeah, now you can ask me doubts. Anyone, any doubts? No, Monday, Tuesday is class, Wednesday is leave, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be class. Saturday sometimes will be class, sometimes will be leave. Are you clear, right? Yeah, this is the pay. Yeah, please ask me doubts.
Sir, we already have a framework in our organization. So after how many days of our class that will I be able to start working on that framework in the sense, where I can.
What framework it is? What framework it is on?
It is a in-house build. They call it as Cafe framework.
Cafe framework.
It's BDD.
Okay. Cafe
yeah,
next.
BDD.
Cafe next time.
I don't know if it's Cafe. No, it's called. They call it as Cafe. So it's based on the BDD. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. So, guys. That's fine. So yeah, you can able to learn after maybe 15-20 days.
Okay, means I can start doing some automation in that.
Yes, we can happily do that.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Hello.
Any doubt? Yeah, please.
So there is a concept in Selenium with Java called Maven, and it is using for the
Maven.
Yeah. So what is alternative for Maven here?
PyBuilder. We have something called PyBuilder. Maven is actually a build. It's what do you say? It's a dependency management. Yeah, build tool. It's a called build tool. It tries to automate automatically manage all the dependencies. So very similarly in Python we have PyBuilder. PyBuilder. Okay. So which is an
so you have not
Python, or Gradle. We can also use Gradle. No need of mentioning because it will be covered as part of PyBuilder.
Okay.
See, Maven is just a tool. You just need to import it. There is nothing to say much on Maven, right? There is no coding on Maven. Maven is just a tool which is generally used to manage your dependencies. So very similar in project also we have PyBuilder which we use.
Okay.
Sir, which IDE will we be using while learning? PyCharm.
Yeah.
Okay.
From tomorrow the actual classes will start.
Okay.
Wednesday again I leave. Again I'm saying Wednesday is a leave. This Saturday we will have class, but next Saturday I will tell you. Okay, I will tell you. Saturday is not mandatory everyday class, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday leave. Thursday, Friday, then Saturday sometimes. Sunday also when the time is not permitted. I mean, when time permits, we can see Sunday at our free timing. Everyone's free time. See, once the batch is started, it's up to us to conduct our classes whenever we want. Okay. I mean to say in Saturdays and Sundays, not other days. Yeah. Fine. Any doubts, guys? Any doubts? Anyone in the syllabus content? What is the use? You can right away keep 2.5 years experience after my course. Directly, okay. Directly you can keep.
Nikhil sir, one question actually. This is Jay Chandra.
Yeah.
Actually, for me, how many days it will take to start writing the code in PyTest framework, sir, if I started learning this course?
20-25 days, because I said you right.
Actually, I have a hands-on experience in Python. Actually, I learned the Python from Durga only 2 years back.
Do one thing.
Yeah.
We have a evening batch also, 8 to 9. Okay.
Okay.
8 to 9 evening batch also. So we are into unit test framework now. Okay, in evening batch. So it will be hardly just 15. It will take hardly 5 to 6 days to start my PyTest. Okay. So 8 to 9, if you want, you can also join that course. Join that once the payment is done. You can also join that. So whenever this class has started, you can also switch. So people who already have some experience in Python and who already know some basics of Python, they can join that evening batch as well. Okay, because evening we are in mid. Yeah, so that you can easily. I mean, you can because it is a start, right? So it will take some time.
Yeah,
But when
actually.
it is another one. See, I just want to go as part of the syllabus only. I cannot go.
Okay, fine. Got it.
But if you have an alternative, you can, because we are here. We have already completed all the things. We are here. So just after completing unit test, I will start with the PyTest second framework. So you can, if you want, you can join.
Yeah, I just want to know. Evening time, it's not possible for me. I have sometimes my work will be extended up to 9 or and like I have a calls up to 11:30 or 9 during the night.
Yeah,
times.
I understood.
So yeah, it's not possible for me. Yeah.
Whenever it is possible, you can. Otherwise, you can pay the fees if you want. You can get the videos. So that's up to thing. Whatever.
Payment is done, sir.
Okay. Done. Okay. So then you can please contact the team. No? Anything related to your video content or any technical issues you are facing, you please try to contact this number and this email. This is online because I have a limited access as yours. I cannot share anything. I cannot do anything by myself. I need to contact them for anything.
Okay, sir. I will reach out to them if anything I need.
Yeah. For anyone, any doubts you have regarding anything, you can please contact them. Okay. Because they are responsible.
Will you provide any notes or something?
I will be providing notes. Videos will be shared by this team. Every day.
Yes, sir. Videos they will put in the Google Drive or something. They'll give the link or.
They'll give you Google Drive. Mostly, I think so. They'll put in Google Drive.
They'll put in Google Drive and we can ask.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a question. Sometimes one challenge happens when, let's say, we complete 2-3 days training, and then sometimes when we don't receive the videos on time, and then we have some.
No, we have to contact on everyday basis. Everyday basis. If they are not responding, tell me.
Would there be a hands-on also, sir? I mean, let's say after 4 to 5 classes, if we have some challenges, would there be one class where we will only discuss about the challenges then rather than completing the course? Would it be like this?
That is 100% because every day you can share your challenges because we have a separate WhatsApp group created. You can put all your doubts where whatever you face, people can respond to it. Okay. Or else I will do. So you understood, right? So it is everyday based doubt. It's not like you get doubt and you keep it with you. So you can ask anytime and anywhere in the group. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much, sir, for answering this. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you everyone. So I'm just completing. Any doubts? No doubts, right?
Hello, sir.
So
Sir, I
tomorrow,
just
yeah,
have a
yeah,
question.
yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah. So actually, I have already taken the Python course from Durga sir, and
Okay.
so I just wanted to continue with the Selenium. So I would like to know for how many days the Python basics is gonna go.
1 week. That's 1 week. That's all.
First 1 week is a Python, and
Yeah,
rest all
it will
will
be
be
like a
the
revision
Selenium.
for you if you join. Yeah, it will be like a revision for you. But yeah, because as I was saying you from the scratch, I have to start. I'll be starting it. Yeah, it will be like a revision for you also. So if you want to join, or it will take hardly 1 week. After 1 week, we'll start with Selenium. So not more than that.
Okay, so if I want to directly attend from the Selenium, I can start attending after a week.
Yeah, you can start attending every week. But meanwhile, you can also join because you will get a complete revision of the course. See, just learning it is different, and you try implementing it is different, right? So we are going to see more kind of revision you will get it. Because however Durga sir said is more effective compared to me, but the other way around, what I mean to say is like it will be like a revision to you, which you can revise your concepts. Rather, you going it separately revision.
Okay.
Sir, will you also give us kind of practice programs or exercises, that we can do?
Yeah, that we can. That will be provided on everyday basis. I mean, I'll be sharing you some questions on, group once that is completed. Once the class is completed, so questions will be
Or
shared to you.
yeah, and the programming concepts that you would have taught us, will there be any exercise that you would give, such as like write so and so program?
Yeah. So we are not going to teach any programming concepts. What I mean to say here is we will be teaching you the concepts, not the programming. I'll be sharing you the questions of programming. Okay, where you have to
Okay.
practice it. See, because programming is not a thought process. It is a logical process where you have to build it for yourself. I cannot teach you programs. I can teach you concepts. You have to learn the programs by analyzing and keeping your logics. So that's why anywhere no one should teach programs. People should teach concepts. People should make you understand how to analyze the programs. See, if there is a program given to you, how to approach the program is the logic that they should provide you, not to teach the programs. Programs, if you teach one program, you will forget. Yeah.
What I
So
mean is
what?
that logical building capability, logic
Yeah,
building
yeah,
capability.
yeah. I would try to tell you how to approach them. If I take concepts, you need to. I'll give you some references where you can go and build that capabilities.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
Because it is a continuous effort that you need to keep, not a day for a two. You need to keep throughout the process.
Okay.
So thank you guys then. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, sir.